grant me the grace of conversion, so tomorrow I may live better than today. A prayer of humility and hope among the treasury of Catholic prayers. The Bedtime Petition, grant me the grace of conversion, so tomorrow I may live better than today, carries a simple yet profound beauty. This is not merely a nighttime ritual, but the purest expression of faith, a soul recognizing its weaknesses and yearning for renewal in Jesus Christ. The meaning of this prayer originates from self-awareness. The faithful look back on their faith, day's journey with honesty. They don't hide their mistakes or weaknesses, but truthfully place them before God. The word conversion in Latin is metanoia, meaning a change of mind, a complete inner renewal. This is not superficial improvement, but profound internal transformation. When praying, "So tomorrow I may live better than today," believers demonstrate faith in God's transformative power. They trust that no matter how they failed today, tomorrow remains a new opportunity, a blank page that God allows them to rewrite their story upon. Connection to faith in Jesus Christ. Jesus taught, "It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick." Mark 2:17. This prayer is the cry of the spiritually sick, recognizing their need for the divine physician. This is humility, the virtue Jesus especially treasures and blesses. In the Gospels, we see many figures like Peter, after denying Christ, Matthew the tax collector, or the Samaritan woman. All experienced conversion through encountering Jesus. This bedtime prayer is an invitation for Jesus to enter the darkness of the soul, so that tomorrow, that person awakens with a renewed heart. Profound spiritual effects first. This prayer liberates us from the burden of sin. Instead of going to sleep in regret and self-blame, we place everything in God's hands, trusting He has the power to heal and renew. Second, it nurtures the virtue of humility. Each night reminds us, we are not perfect. We need God's grace. This self-awareness keeps us from pride and hardness of heart. Third, the prayer creates a cycle of spiritual growth. Each day ends with confession and supplication. Each morning begins with new hope and determination. This is the path of spiritual progress. Not a giant leap, but small daily steps. Deep meaning in contemporary life. In today's pressure-filled world, where people are constantly judged and compared, this prayer is an oasis of peace. It teaches that today's failure doesn't define who you are. Jesus sees not who you once were, but who you can become. Moreover, this is a prayer of hope. In a society often falling into despair or skepticism, faith in conversion affirms, change is possible. No matter how heavy the past, with God's grace, the future remains open. The prayer also reminds us that spiritual life is not about perfection, but about progress. We're not called to be flawless, but to be faithful in seeking improvement. Each night becomes a checkpoint. Each morning, a fresh start. This rhythm prevents spiritual burnout and maintains momentum in our faith journey. Living out this prayer. To truly embrace this prayer is to adopt a mindset of continuous conversion. It means examining our conscience honestly each evening, not to wallow in guilt, but to identify specific areas needing God's healing touch. It means waking each morning with concrete resolutions, asking, "How will I live differently today?" This prayer also teaches us to be gentle with ourselves. God's mercy is infinite, and He doesn't condemn us for our repeated failures. Like a loving Father, He simply asks us to keep trying, to keep returning to Him, to keep believing that transformation is possible. Conclusion. Grant me the grace of conversion, so tomorrow I may live better than today. Simple, yet powerful. This is the prayer of one who knows they need God, believes in His power to transform, and trusts in His infinite mercy. It is the heartbeat of authentic Christian spirituality. Humble, hopeful, and eternally oriented toward the divine light that makes all things new.